Hey guys, welcome back for another video here today. Today I'm going to go over, my experience with TP-Link's Deco S7 Mesh Wi-Fi system. I got this because after upgrading from Virgin Media even to BT, there was still issues with, Wi-Fi in the house. Many people thought I switched to BT because it would fix the issue. No, because of how, this house isn't large, apparently it's like 1,300 square feet, it's really long, meaning going from the front of the house down to where I am, the back bedroom, getting internet with just a router at the front of the house is practically impossible. It doesn't work. So, and thanks to future me, thanks to current me actually, who went and got the old speeds for the internet. I forgot I could just switch back to it, because the way I have it set up, I can just switch back to the old router. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my screenshots here, and I'm going to go over the speeds on, just my old router, and then the new Deco, system here. So I bought a free pack of the Deco S7s, and I'll read over some of the marketing notes here for you if you're curious. So the AC1900 is what it's called, the Deco S7 AC1900. Enjoy binge watching your favorite series in 4K with combined speeds of 1900 megabits per second, 1600 megabits per second on the 2.4 gigahertz band, and 1300 megabits on the 5 gigahertz band, with 3x3 MIMO technology. Connected to 100 plus devices. Deco handles traffic from even the busiest of networks, providing lag-free connections for over 100 devices. Boosted seamless coverage. With advanced Deco mesh technology, units work together and form a unified network with a single network name. Devices automatically switch between Decos as you move throughout your home with the fastest possible speeds, which is what I wanted, because with the old TP-Link, you would have to actually connect to that thing to even use it, because it had a separate name, which was annoying. 4 gigabit Ethernet. 3 gigabit ports, on LAN. So, say, like, for example, you have 3 of them, you want to connect up to one, say, with an Xbox or a PC in another part of the house, you can do that just with an Ethernet cable, and it will have the same amount of speeds. Same speeds that device will have, not the same as your default one. Robust parental controls. Limit online time and block inappropriate websites according to unique profiles to create, for each family member. So that's one thing, BT does that very well as well, but Virgin Media did not. 2 modes in one. Works as a router or an access point for a flexible home network. And let me explain that a little bit. When you have it in router mode, what it does is you would connect one of your Decos to your modem. Now, if you don't have a modem, you would have to call your ISP to do that. You would connect it to your modem instead of using the actual router. And then you would turn your router into like a bridge mode or something like that. In bridge mode, or you would just turn it off. With access point mode, what it does is it connects, you have one connecting to your router to go to the modem, and then you place 2 more around, 2 more around the house. Now, this last one's a bit of a caveat. Setup, it's easier than ever with the Deco app, there to walk you through every step. I did have some troubleshooting that I did fix later on, but yeah, so, now, keep in mind, I did get this on sale, pack of 3. I got on sale for £110, but retail they're usually £180. But this is a very older Deco system. The AC standing for Wi-Fi 5 instead of Wi-Fi 6 or 6E. Those ones are X and then XE. But these ones look stylish. They look like little trash can PCs. At least they work better than the MacBook. Or the Mac Pro, or whatever it's called. And what's cool is Wi-Fi Dead Zone Killer here on the marketing here. It shows you off different style houses. So you got a ranch style home, a multi-story home, and an L-shaped home. My house is kind of like a ranch style home. It's long. I live in a terraced house in the UK. If you've ever seen a terraced house, it's like one of these. And the houses are pretty long, and they're all made out of stone brick. So trying to get connection to the wall is not the best thing. I'll have to explain this to my dad, because I was telling him on the phone earlier, and he just wasn't kind of getting it. He was like, I thought you fixed the internet, we were switching to BT. Oh, no. That was just getting better speeds for a better price. Now, I still have to get Deco Mesh, even if I didn't switch to BT. I was going to get the Deco system when I was still on Virgin Media, so. And it shows you here a little, a little GIF, a little, comparison between having a single router versus having the Deco Mesh, which I'll throw up on screen for you guys to see there. And it says here, So, yeah, I'll throw up a bunch of the marketing stuff on the screen for you to see, but now it's time to go over, generally the speeds, and if it does improve, and spoiler alert, it does improve. So, earlier, I went around and got new speeds. Now, I couldn't get old speeds with my router and my TP-Link, but considering most people just have a standard router, I didn't think that was necessary. So, going off with the front room, so the living room. This is a Wi-Fi test for the old BT router versus the Deco Mesh. I did this test, I just don't know where the videos had gone. So we're going to do this again. Connect it to the BT hub. And we're going to take a log of all of the speeds. Starting in the living room. 102 megabits down. Show you here. So 102 down and 90.5 up, and that is the living room. Now, let's go do the let's go do my computer room. Or what you would call the second living room. And for ease of use, just so I don't have to do this in post, this has an auto ISO. So now we're testing out we're going through a brick of wall, and now we're testing out the speeds here. And remember, I'm doing this connected to the BT router, not the Mesh, because it's a separate network, which I think is really cool. We're getting about 70 down, 72.1 down, and about 30-ish up. And what I'm going to do is, so 50, so here we go. So 72.1 down and 50.6 up in my computer room. Now let's go do, or try to. Now let's do the dining room. Alright, we started off with 30. There's a Milo! It should be low. It's like happy out here. I don't know why. So 33 on the dot on the download, and now the upload. We are getting 10 up. I could just record in aperture priority mode or whatever. 33.2 on the dot and 9.89 up. Now, wait, what? You were just in the front room. Wait, what? Hang on a second. Oh, that is Ninja. I thought it was sort of a black cat. Right, that actually confused me for a second. Alright, so now let's do the kitchen / garden. We've got one bar. It does look like happy out here. But you guys haven't get pissed on the clothing. And failed to connect. No connection. Yeah. Ready? I'll try again. Nothing. So like I said, internet doesn't work down here. Now because they're asleep, I'm going to do the next test in the landing. I will preface this is without my TP-Link extender. I mean, that wouldn't help anyway. It helped a bit. So we're in the back bedroom here. No connection. So yeah, that is the speeds on just the BT router. If I remember correctly, and I don't know if I remember correctly, I might have to find the footage on my computer, because I don't think I've ever uploaded me testing out my new new speeds for BT. You'd think I would make a new video and actually post it, but apparently not. Oh no, that's right. I made videos on TikTok and people were fucking clowning on me saying,
ew, why using wire? Just use a Wi-Fi connection.
And it was just horrible. Speaking of TikTok, let me open it and see if I can find these videos. So yeah, if you do follow me on TikTok or you you found me from my YouTube and you're wondering, oh, why do you not post so much? One, TikTok runs like garbage on my phone. It does. It's bad. And also, well, it's mainly that. TikTok, I know, I also don't like going on TikTok too much because, you know, just, it's a bit much. So let me go see if I can find these videos. Yeah, like this. You can get a Netgear or a TP-Link device that plugs into your wall and transfers the internet over existing power cables in your house. Both should do 1,000. It's like, yeah, bro, I have one. Yeah, here's what drove me nuts when I posted these videos to TikTok. People were like, it's not the right, Wi-Fi extension. Look up TP-Link Powerline. You will get 2 plugs. They won't do Wi-Fi, but LAN to LAN does wonders. It's like, dude, the whole point I had the TP-Link extender was to extend the Wi-Fi, not LAN. Oh, it drove me nuts. That is why, 1, I turned off the comments, and 2, it just got, you know, stupid. I feel like I've taken screenshots of the speeds before I got the mesh, but now I just don't know. Now we're going to do the speeds for the mesh, connection. So I'm going to connect up to my Deco mesh. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a screenshot of all the areas I tested, and I'm going to delete those results, because now I got them screenshotted, and I'm going to take a set of new results. So right now we're connected to the Deco mesh, which I have 3 throughout the house, 1 in the front room, and I have it set up in access point mode, which is connected via the router to get internet. I would rather do router mode, but my modem's being stupid. Boom, look at that download. Wow, look at that. We're reaching up into 300. We might actually hit 400. We're going to hit 400? Nah, it's not going to hit 400. And my dad wondered what was wrong with the Wi-Fi. So yeah, we were getting like 100 something down in here. Now we're getting 300. So I can basically watch 4K on here. So here we go. 388 down and 110 up. My upload's maxed out at 100. But that is in the front room. Now, let's head into, hello cat, back into the PC room here. And now there's one in here as well, by the way. So the one was in the front room next to the router, and there's another one behind here. So what it's going to do is it's going to connect up to me in here instead of trying to connect up from the other room. And already off the gate, we're doing 300 again. Now, we're doing 300 again because I have 2 of them wired, and the third one is not wired. So 364 on the up. And once again, we're probably going to be doing like 100 down once again. Down, 100 up. So yeah, that is not too bad there. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Remember where we can do the connection down here? And just outright wouldn't work. Well, boom. 300. Remember, we couldn't get any connection down here. My dad wondered why I needed internet, better internet for. It's like, no, switching to BT wasn't going to entirely fix it. Once again, the upload's going to be maxed out to like 100, 110 actually. So download 388. And now I could do one even better. Watch this. Well, we're going to do 2 tests. We're going to do now the kitchen kind of going into the garden. Not as insane as the last time, but we're now doing about 60. We had about 90 on the boost. 60, 70, 80, 90, back to 90. Oh, we're going to punch up to 100. 100, oh, here we go. 100, oh, 110, look at that. 120. 120 down in my kitchen, going into the outhouse, which goes outside, technically. Darling Ninja, I'll leave you be in a minute. Just not impressed. 90.4 on the upload. Now, let's kind of a bonus one here. Going outside. Actually, I hate opening this door. It's like a chore to open that door, so we're gonna do this an easier way. Because my door is a lot easier to open. You don't have to like fight the door. You just do that and then boom, it opens. Wow, it's humid out here. So now I'm going to do a test outside. And you're probably thinking, you couldn't even do that with the BT. No, you couldn't do it with the BT router. You couldn't do it outside. And I guarantee it will work out here. Now, sorry for my, and we're going to sit out here. This is where we would usually sit, you know, have a barbecue, have a drink, you know, have a nice beer. There we go, now you can actually see me. So once again, this is now being connected to the one that's in my bedroom. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but remember, you would never get internet out here. It would never happen. You would get like a little bit of internet from the extender, but like, it wouldn't be much. Not enough to like watch a video. You'd have to use data out here. This still looks a bit light. There we go, F22. You guys, you ready for the, oh, what happened here? So guess, ready? 39.2 down and 8.9, what was it, 9 something up. That's like, that's decent for watching a video, 1080p video, and playing some music and going, you know, posting stuff on Facebook or some shit like that. Boom. I mean, I'd like for it to be a bit higher, maybe 50, 60, but that we could deal with. See? See? Perfect. Now let's go to upstairs. Yeah, so that's why I got the Mesh Wi-Fi. Ooh, there's a spooter. There's a spooter. Now, let's go do the speeds upstairs. I'm using a 15mm lens, but it doesn't look like... I mean, this is what 18mm would look like. Versus 15. Yeah, so using this door makes life a hell of a lot easier to get out there. Because trying to do it the other way, now this could be a problem. That's interesting. We got more upload than we do download. That happens sometimes. But now, the one reason, the main reason why I got this whole Wi-Fi setup in the first place. And let me just balance you guys somewhere. Yes, right now, it's going to be overexposed behind me, and hopefully this doesn't tip over. Just put up with the overexposure in the background. Now, let's test here. I'm doing this so future me knows. I forgot I could just retest it without being connected to the mesh. I thought I would have to disconnect everything. Silly me. Oh wow. Remember, now with the TP-Link extender, you could get some internet in here. You could get like 3 megabit down, 1.5 up, which is bad. But now, we get 162 down and 110 up, which I think is a win-win. And yeah, so future me, there's your numbers. So as you can see, the speeds are a lot better, because what it's doing, the Mesh Wi-Fi, instead of, you know, your phone, it's like what it's like doing. It's like, imagine, say I'm upstairs, right, and say your mum or whatever is calling you down for food. You're like, what? It's like, I can't hear you. They're shouting up to you to call you down for food, and you can barely hear it. I've got a flea bite, that hurts. And you can barely hear it. So that's basically what my phone's doing to the router. It's trying to reach to the connection, but it can't because it's too far away. Where the mesh Wi-Fi, what it's doing is basically you're on a call 24/7. Like your mum's calling you for food, your dad's like, it's like, honey, your food's ready. It's like, yeah, all right, be there soon, and you can hear it instantly. So what it does is when you're moving around the house, it will ping it. The device will be like, hey, I need an internet connection. And it's like, and then the mesh from say downstairs will be like, yeah, sure, we'll move you over now. So it's creating one massive system. But share the power. And what makes how my setup work is I have one in the front room wired to the one in my computer room, and then so they're always connected. So downstairs is always perfectly connected. And then I have it wirelessly between my PC room up here. Even though, shockingly, even wirelessly connected, they're working pretty well. Sometimes it cuts out, but honestly it connects back up easily. And overall, for the last month, it's been hassle-free. It's been, honestly, I mean, besides setting it up, but we'll get to that in a minute. So if I go into the app here, which you can download on your phone, it's the Deco Mesh app. It will literally show you on screen how this is all set up, which is cool. It'll show you your main living room connection. It'll show you the office, as I called it, and then the bedroom, which is wirelessly connected. And it'll give you little icons here, which I'm going to have to zoom in here and show you. So, see this one with a little wire? That means it's wire connected. See this little Wi-Fi thing? Means it's Wi-Fi connected. It's only 2 bars right now, which is weird. It usually does show 3 bars. Maybe it's always shown 2 bars that I just never noticed. I wouldn't be surprised. And what's cool is it also shows you active megabits of like download, upload of devices. It shows you which devices are online, and whenever someone connects to this network, you get a notification that someone is connected, which I think is really cool. And if you go into Wi-Fi settings here, you can set up 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. And what's great is, even though the Super Hub has, or the Smart Hub has 5 gigahertz, it barely works. And unlike Virgin, which is kind of an annoying thing I switch, you can set up a separate SSID for the 5 gigahertz. You just have to, you'll have to guess. Sometimes it worked, like for my Xbox it knew, but sometimes I would have to guess. And considering this house is like 130 something years old, the thick stone walls, it's really hard to punch through. 5 gigahertz on that router can barely punch through one brick wall. So that's why the mesh system works. So you have your Wi-Fi settings and stuff in that. You can make a guest network. So say, a guest network allows your visitors to access the internet without revealing your main network, keeping your home Wi-Fi and personal data. So you can set that up if you want to. So say you have a party in your house. You don't want everyone connected, these random strangers connecting to your Wi-Fi. You can set that up. If you go into the more option, you have Deco Lab, which will commit to trying experimental features. Whatever, it gives you a monthly report, so optimization, network scans, and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And it'll tell you 8 new devices joined your network. Like I said, guest Wi-Fi. There's a WPS option here, because there's like no buttons on the devices. So say you need to connect up a device and it's not accepting the password, you can literally tap WPS on one of the Decos, and boom. You can even do a block list, so you can block devices if you want to. That'd be funny. Network optimization, you can make it optimized. In advanced, this is where you would go into the operation mode. So how I have it set up. Now when I first did this, I had it set up as, now physically it was set up as an access point mode, but I had it set as Wi-Fi router mode. Do not do this if you play like on a console, because what it does is, it will cause lag. It does. So on my Xbox, when I was playing Call of Duty, it kept saying in the settings, double NAT detected. Basically like a double network detected. And basically what I had to do was just go into here, set it as an access point, and then it changed it to an open NAT system. So basically, you have your modem, or whatever. It shows a little diagram on the screen, which I'll put on screen. You connect your main Deco to your existing router, then that existing router will connect to the modem. Or if you don't have a modem and it's built into the router, you just connect it to your router. But then you can do Wi-Fi router mode, which is the default mode, where in Wi-Fi router mode, the Deco connects to the internet directly via a dynamic IP, static IP, or PPOE, which I think is power over, I don't remember. And it shares the internet with multiple devices, and which are enabled by default. But because I can't do that, it wouldn't work. I tried it. I might have to call it BT, which I can't really be asked doing. So I've set up an access point mode, which generally people will prefer. It means they don't have to throw out their old router, they still can keep using it as a pass-through pretty much. So that is something that you could do there in the app. You do have managers here, so you can add friends and families to help manage your Deco. Each have their ID. You can change the LEDs, so you can turn them off if you want to, weird. And then system, you can update or reboot. So yeah, pretty handy, basically, what was a thing here? Deco Mesh Wi-Fi View Owner. Pretty simple app, honestly. I do like Wi-Fi apps, but the one thing with Virgin, if I wanted to change a setting on the router, I had to log into the web page, which I generally don't like doing because it's a bit, I mean, it's cool, and it's like, oh, I'm hacking into the system. It's inconvenient. Where the one thing about BT is, the BT app lets you change a few settings, and then the Deco lets you change a lot of things. And you can play with it all you like, mess with it. Now, one thing is, don't put more than 4 devices on a mesh system, because it doesn't work properly. What I would say to do is, if you in future get a free pack and go, I want to upgrade one of them, you can upgrade one of them, and then maybe give the other one to like a friend or something, or keep it as a spare. Overall, the S7s, I say, were a great buy, to be honest. I was going to go for the X20s, which were Wi-Fi 6, and they were 50 quid off sale. They were, instead of 200, they were 100 for 2 of them. And they would have worked fine. They're like 4,000 square feet, but I wasn't sure how big this house was until I googled it. Found like a letting agency thing that rated the house as like 1273 square feet, and these things are rated for like 2,000. I think like 4,000. I don't actually remember. So yeah, overall, so far, you know, it's been like, I don't have to have one thing sorry, I'm just checking the time. One thing I've heard less of over the last month. The Wi-Fi's not this is what I would hear for years.
The Wi-Fi's being shit again. Oh, I got no Wi-Fi down here. Oh, I have to go inside. The Wi-Fi's being bad.
And I know I shouldn't care, but it was driving me absolutely nuts. And considering in this house, when we first moved into this house, I had to play cheeks against the wall with my PS3 to play Black Ops 2 to get any internet connection. And I also had to share the internet with my brother because that's how bad it was. And ironically enough, that was BT from when we moved in. Weird how times change. So overall, so far, mostly this will be kind of like the first review. I'll go over the Deco Mesh in a future video again. But yeah, if you're wondering, does it give off good speeds? Yes, if you live in a house that is quite long, it does. Now, if you say you live in a smaller house but you still got dead spots, I would say get a 2-pack. But it does help, kill dead spots, or revive dead spots. I don't know what the best way to say that, but yeah. Overall, the Deco S7 is great, and if you've got actually, speaking of which, let me test it on a laptop, because I tested on my phone, but I didn't test on a laptop. So let me test it on my mom's laptop here. This is an Acer Aspire 3. This is like a £400 laptop, so let's give this a whirl. So if I go to good old speed test, I know people don't like speed test, but who cares? So let's test this. Remember, I'm connected to the Deco Mesh right now, and we can actually compare. What does better speeds, the laptop or my phone? Probably my phone. Don't think the laptop would be that good. Oh, I beg to differ. Never mind. So, so up here on my phone, we've got about 162 down, and obviously like 110 up. And right now on the laptop, that's actually decent. No wonder I was getting good connection up here, because my PC's been kind of dead for a few days, and I've been using my mum's laptop. I'm getting 95 megabits down. 95 megabits. I'm going to have to hide my IP address. Future me, make sure you cover that up. 95 megabits down, and 106, probably like 110 up. So, yeah. That's not bad. That's actually really good. Now, and this is on the Windows 11 machine, by the way. Now, is it possible to switch over to my old internet? Well, no, because I'm too far away. I can't actually get to it. So yeah, that is one thing that I can't get to, and it's interesting. So yeah, do I recommend the TP-Link Deco Mesh, Bangladesh? Do I recommend it? Yes. But I would say do your research first, watch some other videos, read some reviews, and basically do what I did for 6 months, maybe a year, maybe a few years. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to like and stay tuned for more. If you're watching this, this video won't be out the day I recorded because currently my computer is I had to reinstall Windows to a hard drive because the installation balked. And currently, I'm waiting for tomorrow to order a new SSD, so by the time you see this video, it might be Friday, whatever. But stay tuned for some more videos, because I will be bringing out more videos about anything. If you like tech, if you like vlogs, hey, if you like whiskey, go check out this video on screen, where it's a year old, but where I review a Welsh whiskey, the Penderyn Celt. I don't review it, per se, I just drink it and talk about it, but if you like whiskey, I mean, stay tuned, because I'm actually going to bring another video out about whiskey. I'm going to go to a whiskey shop and buy a nice whiskey, because I want a nice bourbon. I want a good bourbon to try. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, have a good day, and I'm going to have to go get a drink, because my mouth is as dry as the Sahara Desert.